And now a word with Sir James Quentin, the Australian High Commissioner, whose new plan has given these London talks a shot in the arm. Sir James, you just said on the wire that the other side might oppose your plan.
What other side, Blaney?
Are you saying, sir, that nobody is opposing it?
Talking, Blaney, that's what matters. Trade among the rich nations, aid for the poor ones, so who's on the other side? Only those with a vested interest in chaos and poverty.
Thank you very much, Sir James. We've just been listening to the chairman of the conference, Sir James Quentin, High Commissioner for Australia.
Come on, you mangy kid.
Hi, want to see you.
Huh? Hey! Oh! Now watch it. Right on the left there. I get him back there.
Wait there a minute. Your name's Jocko, is it?
Yes?
You were in town last night, weren't you?
Well, why do I have to tell you?
Because I'm bloody well asking
All right, don't do your block. Yeah, I was in there for a while. Why?
And you went to Tomo's two-up game, didn't you?
What? Well, that's gambling. That's against the law.
Don't get cheeky with me. And after the game, you followed poor old Danny Ringburn, didn't you? You did him over in an alley and took $400 off him.
Out of your skull, you're crazy.
Yeah? Well, it wasn't as dark as you thought, Jocko. He recognized you. So I'm taking you in. Get yourself a horse. I won't put the handcuffs on you. You are a bloody nuisance, Jocko. Stay there. Put your hands out. Other one. I wasn't going to do this.
What happened to him, Scott?
Oh, good day, Vince. Oh, you know, he fell over. Look, it's good you blokes came by. We'll bung him in the back of the Jeep.
Well, we came to buy you a beer.
You came 30 miles to tell me you're going to buy me a beer.
A farewell drink, Scobie. Urgent message. You've got to go to Sydney.
I just came back from there on my holidays.
Some big deal. Headquarters CID want Detective Sergeant alone. Something to do with security. Leave right away.
Come in. Well, what do you make of it?
Open and shut case, Mr. Premier. If we knew where to find him.
Glad you think so, after all that's gone into it. Miss Malone, Sergeant.
You said not high-ranking.
Yeah. You sure he's not known to any of our press corps?
He's more used to horses than pressmen. Out of the Northern Territory, Darwin way.
I see. And he's head. You'll need a good head on him.
He was in Army intelligence in Korea.
Yeah? Well, so long as he's got brains. Send in Sergeant Malone.
Thank you. Morning, Mr. Premier.
So this is the fellow that can keep his trap shut.
Detective Sergeant Malone, sir.
How do you do, sir?
Ever arrested anyone for murder, Sergeant?
Yes, twice.
Yeah? Now's your chance for the hat trick. You wouldn't remember to call it's murder.
He doesn't know about it yet, sir. You said to pick an officer, but not to brief him.
So I did, Jack. Well, you tell him. No, I said tell him. There's plenty of time for that bump on the flight to London.
London?
London. John Corliss lived out in Tumbarumba. He married a German refugee named Frida Wiseman. And he killed her on April the 28th, 1951. Very clever timing. Papers were full of the elections. Then he vanished. Not a trace. Until now. John Corliss is Jimmy Quentin.
What?
Yeah, it's a fact. Either of you gentlemen would need to sit down.
I just don't believe it.
Did you ever meet him, Jack? Our man in London, our High Commissioner, our champion of the hungry nations.
Nearest I came was 5 yards off. Last royal visit.
Stand the bloody crows. I believe you'd vote for him. How did you vote, Sergeant?
Voted against you, sir.
I see. There's a V-jet for London in 2 hours.
I don't think we should rush at this, sir.
You've got everything you need there, Jack. You said so yourself.
We can't go around arresting high commissioners.
Can't? Can't my ass. I know a whole bloody army of coppers that had pulled me in. Given the ghost of a chance. And I'm the Premier of New South Wales.
But we don't know.
You just do your job, Jack. Or by God, I'll have you. All the facts are there. I've had an expert checking them for months.
One of ours?
One of mine. A research officer from party headquarters. And you can do all the double checking you like. It'll still come back to Quentin.
Why not the murder squad?
Oh, use your loaf. Got to bring him back quietly. We've Australia's good name to think of.
And yours.
What?
All Australia knows that you and Quentin have been jockeying for years.
We can't have a murderer in the government, Jack.
Elections have been won on a bloody sight less.
Thank you, Sergeant Malone. Oh, Inspector, shouldn't it be someone a bit more senior?
Anyone higher would be spotted.
You think he can cope?
I'm not sure if anybody can. Or even if anybody's going.
You have your man on that bloody plane, or you bring me your resignation in the morning. Right?
Yes, sir. He wants Quentin destroyed.
Yeah, I know. But why?
Can't bear to see him doing so well. He's getting a bit too popular for Flannery's book.
Look, sir, I don't want to go.
You heard what he said.
Qantas Australian Airlines announced the arrival of flight 2853 from Sydney, Honolulu, San Francisco.
Cleaning up Wimbledon again this year, eh? That's right. Yeah. Bill? Evening. Police officer, I took you for a tennis player. Business or pleasure?
Pardon?
Business or pleasure?
Holiday.
I see. Thank you.
Wait a minute, hold it. Listen, this is the house of the Australian High Commissioner, isn't it? That's right, sir. Yeah. I wonder what's going on. I'll tell you what, just drop me at the front gate there. Don't go in. Right. Thanks, mate. Yeah. Thank you, Gov. Oh, thank you.
I'm very nice to see you. Good evening, Mother.
Good evening. I'm sorry to disturb you. I'd like to see the High Commissioner.
If it's about kitchen supplies, you have the wrong entrance.
No, it's not about kitchen supplies. I've got an urgent message for him. Personally.
Australia House is open in the morning. If it's really urgent, there is a duty officer.
Well, I told you it's urgent already. I want to see Sir James.
As you can see, His Excellency is in the middle of an important reception.
Yes, I can see. I'm not gay-pressured.
Hello, Joseph.
Good evening, Madame.
Don't trouble. I know my way.
Wait here. Take care of this gentleman.
Mr.
Oh, hello, Malone. Scobie Malone.
I'm Sir James's secretary. Would you like to leave a message?
No, I'm afraid I wouldn't, miss, not even with you.
Then raise it at Australia House in the morning.
Miss! Would you mind telling him it's about Tumbarumba?
Tumbarumba?
Tumbarumba, it's a town, not a disease.
Follow me, please. Wait here, please.
All right.
Mr. Malone. My secretary tells me you're from Tumbarumba?
No, that's not true, sir. That was the only way I could get to see you.
Oh.
Well, I'm sorry, sir, but I'm from Sydney. I'm a detective sergeant. And I have a warrant here for your arrest. It's for the murder of your first wife, Frida Corliss, on the 2nd of...
I know the date. They wouldn't send you half around the world unless they were sure of their facts, would they?
No.
Well, who do we thank for such public-spirited diligence?
Look, I'm just a guard dog, sir.
And a very tired one, I should think. Thirsty, too. Sherry, scotch, whatever. Beer.
No, scotch is all right. If you can manage it, sir, we'd better leave tomorrow morning.
Out of the question, Malone, just not on. I'm in the middle of a vital world conference. I must have at least 3 or 4 days.
Well, I'm afraid my orders are that we go to Sydney immediately.
Nice.
Thank you.
Sorry, 3 or 4 days.
Well, I'll need permission for that, sir.
You have mine?
No, I mean from Sydney, sir.
I'll get it for you. Inspector Leeds, I suppose.
Yes, that's right, sir.
Someone else? Oh, don't tell me this has anything to do with my old friend, the Premier of New South Wales.
Listen, sir, I'm a policeman, not a politician.
Sergeant, understand one thing. Whoever's behind all this, and whether he likes it or not, I intend to have all the time I need.
Like I told you before, Sir James, I'll need permission.
They've waited a long time. They can wait a few days more. You do know how near we are to getting the East and West, the uncommitted nations, to agree on something, this plan of mine.
Look, sir, all I know is what I read in the newspapers. I know there's an East and I know there's a West, and well, from what I can gather, we're all under a bomb sight.
Exactly. That's why I can't leave now. We've got them talking trade, and before they know it, they'll be talking peace. And that's more important than me, or Flannery, or even my dead first wife.
All right. Can I call Sydney?
Oh, darling, I've been looking for you everywhere. Oh, I'm sorry.
This is Mr. Malone. Just in from Aussie, my wife.
Oh! How do you do, Lady Quinton?
Are you here on official business, Mr. Malone?
But just till the talk's end.
Another expert on the Far East.
Well, not exactly an expert, my lady.
He might be what you'd call a legal expert. Mr. Malone is going to be staying with us for a while.
Well, I'll be seeing you again, then. I'm glad. Let me know if there's anything I can do for you.
It's very nice of you, thank you.
You keep on asking where you are, darling.
that very well, sir. Huh? It might be easier if you told Lady Quentin yourself. I will when the time comes. Yeah. By the way, thanks for putting me up, but I'm not worried you'll get up and run. Oh, yes, you are. Well, I suppose you packed your handcuffs and not your dinner suit, hmm? Better wear one of mine.
You rang, sir?
Yes, Mr. Malone has come without his dinner jacket. See that he has one of mine, would you?
One of yours? Yes.
You met my private secretary?
Head on, sir.
Lisa's one of our new Australians. Mr. Malone is going to be staying with us for a few days.
Here?
Look after him. I rather think it's his first time in London. Don't worry, Malone. I'll still be around when you come down.
This way, sir.
I don't think deep down Joseph approves of native Australians.
What is he doing here?
You might say he's a sort of carrier pigeon.
I wish he'd fly someplace else.
How are you?
Oh, I was just saying, Your Excellency, you've got the lions and the lambs here tonight.
Yes, pretty soon they'll be eating out of each other's hands. Oh, now that can't be right.
Oh, darling, it stopped again.
It always does.
I'll get it fixed for you, Sheila. I know just the man.
You always do, Maria. What is it, darling?
Hmm?
What is it? Is it, what's his name, Malone?
Hello, how are you?
Hello.
200 guests and you worry about me.
He could be here about the leaks.
Hello, Arnie. Well, I'm glad somebody is.
I have just been inspecting the food. Wonderful. Peace through plenty.
Well, feed their stomachs, you win their minds, eh?
Bloody thing, I don't know.
His Excellency thought you might need some help, sir.
Yeah, well, His Excellency is absolutely right. Look at this.
I hope you enjoy the room, sir. Some very distinguished gentlemen have stayed here.
What? Oh, yes, this is nice. Now, this is really beautiful. Sure beats the old shearing shed, eh, Joseph?
Pardon?
Shearing shed, where they shear the sheep, Joseph. Oh, look at it. It's still all squiggly. I don't know what to do with it. Look at this.
Your coat, sir.
What? So.
It's quite amazing.
What is?
It really suits you, sir.
Oh, does it?
The ready-made ones are easier to fit, sir.
I can see that you and I were meant for each other, Joseph. Oh, thanks. I'm gonna mingle. Good evening.
I did notice you before you changed.
I kind of noticed you, too.
Given one guess, I'd say you're from the army. With a service in Vietnam?
Nah, not really. I just arrived.
Air Force, then?
Keep guessing.
Navy? Whatever you are, you must be hungry. And you look as if you know how to eat. That's delicious. If you like seafood.
I see you're teaching Malone the rudiments of world diplomacy.
Once they get used to the gravy train, it spoils them. I don't think it spoiled him.
Someone's dying to meet you. Excuse us, will you?
In for the conference?
Yeah. Look, could I swap that for a cold beer?
Yes, sir.
to peace through plenty, etc., etc. Bollinger 55. Back in my own country, I'm expected to swig a concoction made from tropical fruits. Chateauneuf de papaya, we call it. Indescribable.
Jungle juice. The Aussies used to peddle it to our guys in New Guinea.
I'm surprised you won the war.
What a character. His father went to Oxford, man. And so did he.
You were a Yank?
Georgia. Jamaica's the name.
Malon's mine. Sydney.
Conference?
Yeah, for a little while.
Shalon. Maria Shalon. Now, does she look like the kind of woman cries in her pillow every night about the world's hungry people?
No. No, I'd say she was too busy every night.
Just goes to show you. Not everybody's here for the good of their goddamn souls.
Well, then what are you here for?
I was invited, man.
Excuse me, Will. Well, what do you know? We meet once again.
Yes. Oh, your tie is crooked. May I?
Oh, thank you. Some of the natives are friendly.
Oh, you mean Madame Cholon? Well, you're a man.
Well, are they always like that?
Like what?
Well, I heard Ned Kelly mentioned twice, kangaroos 3 times, and then that pommy by the door talked about Australia being the world's largest suburb.
You get used to it.
Well, what are you, by the way? Are you Danish, Dutch, German? What?
You make me sound like bacon.
I didn't mean to.
I'm Dutch, from Rotterdam. Australian now, though.
This boss of yours, what's he like?
He's a dedicated man. Works very hard for what he believes in. He's kind.
Yeah. Is he always so controlled? I mean, does he ever lose his temper?
Does he?
Ever lose his temper?
I don't know why you're here, Mr. Malone. But I think I wish you weren't.
Everything can be done right now. Yes, I agree. What is it, John?
The American ambassador, sir. He must see you right away.
In the hospital?
Yes, sir. He's taken a turn for the worse. It's most urgent. He sounded rather,
strident?
Yes, sir.
I'll go directly.
So, can I have a little more time to run the problem?
If anyone wants to know where I am, you think I'm on the confidential line to Canberra.
Yes, sir.
You're, going out, eh?
Very well, come along.
Yeah, thank you.
Keep him down! Put your rory lights on. Put him on!
He's over there!
Maybe they can catch him, I don't know.
Don't you think you should go inside, sir?
Well, it's a little late for that, isn't it?
I would think so. Oh, come on, Fergie. It'll still go, won't it? Hey. Come on.
You're a bit heavy-handed, aren't you?
I'm sorry, I was only trying to help.
Yeah, well, you dab a wound like other people throw a left hook. Listen. This kind of thing, has it ever happened before?
If you mean the shooting, no, never. Not until you came here.
Oh, well, cut out that kind of attitude. I don't know what's going on either, you know.
Well, if tonight's little scrap is any proof of your ability, I agree with you entirely.
Listen, don't get bitchy. You're really congratulatory, aren't you? I was only trying to save the man's life.
You didn't have to chase that fellow, you know.
No, I know, but you got to admit he wasn't very friendly, was he?
Never let a murderer get away, huh? Sorry, Malone, I didn't mean that.
Thank you, sir.
Looking at what I'm looking at, Fergie?
Yeah, I'm on him.
How long's he been there?
Quite a while. Been with us since Hyde Park Corner.
What the hell are you two on about?
That 3.8 Jaguar. Getting a bit nosy.
Yes, it's a grey 3.8 Jaguar. Now, we're just crossing Wigmore Street.
Message received.
And then when I took a bottle into it, he said, no, thank you. And it was just... it didn't.
Aren't you coming with me?
No, it's all right, sir. I'll wait here. Thank you, sir.
I know you're not supposed to smoke Cuban cigars, but these will help to calm you down.
Don't pull that kind of stuff on me, Oyster. I'm just glad you could get here.
You didn't give me much option, did you?
Hey, Scub.
Yeah?
Pommy coppers.
You needn't have panicked. We're Special Branch.
Superintendent Denzel? So you were the ones following us in the Jag, eh? Oh, it might have been nice to let us know.
What would you suggest? Morse with headlamps?
No, I'd suggest car radio, telephone. You know, marvelous invention, Alexander Graham Bell.
Will H.E. be long?
He didn't tell me. You know, about what happened tonight, I would have thought you chaps would have had the grounds around the High Commissioner's house well guarded.
An Australian sense of humour.
I beats Buckingham Palace, all ministers, and 120 foreign embassies in London.
Oh. Oh, give my regards to the Queen when you see her. Any idea who's behind all this?
Behind what, Mr. Malone? We understood you were over here on holiday.
Yes, well, it sort of got interrupted, didn't it? But if you two will excuse us, I'll start it right now.
You think I'm going to lie around here with Washington bellowing at me as though I were to blame? When somebody else is, you keep this up, you'll have me bellowing. I can make just as much noise as any of your power boys can. Besides, you've got a hole in your gut. You're sick. I'd hate to see the holes you're going to have in your gut and your head. You keep this up.
You know, something tells me you're going to survive, Frobisher.
I'll stop the leaks.
Joseph,
I thought I should lay out Mr. Malone's clothes, miss.
did Lady Quentin tell you to?
No.
Well, you're wanted downstairs. I'll see to it.
Anything the matter, sir?
Stop the car, Fergie. Let's walk for a bit.
Come on.
Excuse me, sir. What's the trouble?
Just stretching our legs.
Mad. Stark, raving mad. Somebody tried to shoot him 2 hours ago.
I want you to do something for me.
Yes, sir.
Someone close to me has been peddling information. It's got to stop.
That's what everybody thinks I'm here for, isn't it?
True. So as well as being a good cover for you and your, shall we say, rather melodramatic duty.
Sir, I didn't ask for this job.
I know. I know it's not the most pleasant way for men to meet. But I am going to ask a favor of you. I want you to help me trace these leaks.
I don't really think we have that much time, sir.
If I have my way, and I intend to, it'll take a couple of days, and that ought to be long enough for any really good Aussie cuppa.
Well, look, I don't know, sir. I still have to call Leeds.
Scobie, let me tell you something. I don't know why. I don't usually say this sort of thing out loud to anyone except my wife. But I love my country. I think I've done all I could to prove it. I've tried to do the right thing for us Aussies and anybody else who needs help. Well, I'm a lucky man because of it. My work's been recognized. I've enjoyed satisfaction, rank, and a great deal of power. But I'm going to use that power on anyone who lifts one little finger to stop me finishing my work here. Please, help me find the leaks.
You're a hard man to refuse. Look, I'd really want to help. All right, I will.
Good.
Well, wait a minute. Apart from being a bit nervous about getting permission from Leeds, I mean, there are these suspects. They're going to include people pretty close to you. I mean, really, even like Lady Quentin.
I'm asking your help as a good cop, Scobie, not as a bloody idiot. I know I've made one big mistake in my life, and you're here to see that I answer for it. That's fine. But I insist that you be gentle with my wife. She's been living with me on borrowed time because of this mistake. Okay. Okay. Sir, about this thing, this mistake. What made you run away? I've been through that bloody file 4 dozen times. I don't believe you murdered anyone. How about a beer, mate?
Why not?
Mr. Malone, I unpacked for you.
Oh.
I couldn't find your pajamas.
Oh, really? That's funny. Oh, don't give us that, Scubby. You never wear them. Well, I'll say good night, Lady Quentin.
Good night, Mr. Malone.
I'm going to turn in. Good night, sir. Good night.
Oh, Mr. Malone, there will be a call coming through for you from Sydney. Chief Inspector Leeds.
Oh, yeah. All right. Thanks.
Mr. Malone?
Yeah.
Jamaica wondered if you'd meet him at Blundell's after you got back.
Jamaica who?
Oh, the American.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Blundell's is the gambling club. I know it very well.
Do you now? All right, thanks.
As you're a stranger in town, perhaps I should come with you there.
Well, that's real nice of you. That's if I go.
Oh, but you should.
Should I? All right, thanks again.
I thought you were only security.
Well, now, who said I wasn't?
I checked. Leeds is in the CID. In Sydney.
Listen, little Miss Lisa. You're a busy girl, aren't you? So don't worry about my problems. No reason for you to get hurt, is there?
I can see it in their faces.
See what?
That they are afraid.
Well, nobody likes being shot at, do they?
Scobie? Yeah, here, sir. Call for you from Sydney. Oh, yeah, thank you. Coming.
Excuse me.
Listen, maybe that Blundell's is a good idea. Give you 10 minutes to change.
Fine.
Hello.
Malone?
Speaking.
It's okay to wait till the talks are over. It's more. It's essential. We just got it from up top.
Good, that's a relief.
What's that?
Listen, hello. Listen, I want to ask you something. Do you really think he could have done it?
I told you not to get involved.
At the risk of seeming impertinent, sir, I think I bloody well am involved.
Les jeux sont faits. Rien ne va plus.
Large slot.
Good evening.
How are you?
Oh, Mr. Malone is just over from Australia. He's here to buy cattle.
Really?
How big is your cattle station, Mr. Malone?
Mine? Well, it's manageable, you know. 3 million acres. Just had to sell that lot off, though. Labour shortage, you know.
Ah, yes. Same trouble here. At least to find labor that labors. What?
Yes.
Well, please enjoy yourselves if I can be of any service.
He thinks you're about to lose 10,000 pounds, so for heaven's sake, look filthy rich.
Gotcha.
Hello, Lisa. Malone?
Well, while you talk shop, I shall go and lose a week's pay.
You gonna be all right there?
If they cheat, I shall scream for help.
Try number 17.
It's never lucky for me.
It hasn't come up yet.
Well, what kind of shop do you want to talk?
I think we need a drink. 2 scotches, Bob. Doubles.
Look, you didn't invite me here for my company. What's it all about?
You moved right in on the big time, Malone. That's pretty fast going.
What, are you worried?
Not worried, interested.
All right, you've been here longer than I have. Fill me in. Jamaica's here. With Malone.
Thank you, Famchin.
You're pretty nervous, aren't you? Where do you fit into all this?
Give yourself time, Malone. It's not just political. Vice rackets are big money, and they thrive on chaos. They don't want prosperity and order, man.
And Sir James Quentin's too busy for their comfort, huh? Somebody stands to make a lot if the talks fail.
I wouldn't gamble too much on them succeeding.
I don't think a gambler ever finishes up in front.
Your friend seems to be doing all right. Excuse me.
Hi.
Hi. The lady would like a seat.
Oh, no, please.
Oh, no trouble. I've lost enough already.
Good evening, again.
Well, are you winning?
I haven't found out yet.
Oh. You could buy me a drink.
Yes, I'd be delighted.
My table is over there.
25 impair, passe, troisième douzaine.
I shouldn't have listened to you.
Oh, yeah, could we have 2,
Thank you.
What were you saying? You're offering me a job?
What I'm offering, Mr. Malone, is certainly not a sinecure, but it wouldn't be all work.
Oh.
What do they pay you in the great outback, Scobie?
4,000 Australian dollars.
A month or a year? It's not much, is it?
No.
What I'm offering
Yes.
is interesting, remunerative, and satisfying.
Vin, noir, père et pape. Veux je t'en paie? Rien ne va plus.
I do believe she's walking out on you.
Oh, well, what do you think of that? Now, that's cruel, isn't it? Cruel and nasty. Leaving me here all helpless and alone.
Oh, you don't have to be all helpless and alone.
Yeah, well, I haven't got much choice, have I? I'm stranded. Do you mind if I have a cold beer?
Oh, how could I have been so thoughtless? Plying you with cheap champagne. Come with me, darling, and you shall have all the cold beer you need.
Oh, now, I think that's marvelous. Where I come from, they'd say that you were like a real beauty.
32, Rouge Prairie Pass. 32, Rouge Prairie Pass. Faites bouger, monsieur. Faites bouger, monsieur. Rien ne va plus. Rien ne va plus.
What happened to you? You know, I thought I'd been stood up again.
No chance, Scobie. I was just sending the servants off to bed.
Oh. Well, that means we're all alone down here, doesn't it?
Yes, we are.
What about the beer? You forgot the beer. Where's the icebox?
Forget about the beer.
But you promised.
Did I? Oh. Sit down. Now, you'll have to learn to be all sophisticated.
Oh.
I will teach you to drink champagne, and you will teach me about Australia.
All right. Well, the first lesson.
Oh, darling. You're all dressed. What's the matter?
You fell asleep. That's not very flattering.
Oh, yes, it is. Come and send me off to sleep again.
You're a very beautiful girl, darling. But I'm a working man. It's late.
Take off those silly clothes and come here. Are you angry because we didn't have any beer in the house? We'll buy you lots and lots of beer in the morning.
How can you afford to buy all that much beer?
Come here.
Darling, how can you afford to buy lots of things?
What do you mean?
I don't know. Great big beautiful house, lots of beautiful clothes, all your important friends. You're pretty close to Sir James and Lady Quinton, aren't you?
Sheila and I have the same dressmaker. And I help them with a party now and then.
I see. Yeah. Call you tomorrow.
No, don't.
What?
Don't leave now.
I've got to, love. It's late.
No.
Good night.
Enjoy yourself?
I've been trying to call you. I want them stopped.
You all right, Malone? Yeah, well, I think most of the blood's theirs.
You should be careful. We'll be having you for smash and grab.
Listen, there was a Mercedes, I think. Registration was T.
Yeah, we got the number. They won't get far. You know, you're a dead bloody loss, Malone. I haven't got the men to guard you as well.
Well, you better bloody find some, hadn't you?
morning, sir.
What's that? Kippers, sir. It's what we usually serve in the morning. Of course, if you'd like something different.
Yes, well, if there's not too much trouble, I'd like a steak and a couple of eggs. Don't worry about the potatoes.
Certainly, sir. How would you like your steak cooked?
Bloody rare.
Pardon?
Rare, bloody. Make the 2 eggs nice and soft and runny, and some nice strong tea. Coffee's bad for you, Joseph.
Certainly, sir.
Good morning, Millie.
Good morning, Louis. Morning, Mr. Malone.
Good morning, Lady Quentin.
My husband hates breakfast in bed, but today I was able to persuade him. Normally, we are both good sleepers, but not last night. Did you have a good night, Mr. Malone?
Yes, thank you. London can be quite entertaining at night.
I heard what happened. I find it difficult to be amused by the things that are happening.
I'm sorry.
You seem to be very good at your job, Mr. Malone. Is that the only reason why they sent you halfway across the world? To be my husband's bodyguard?
I imagine so, milady.
I wonder if you realize how much my husband means to me.
Yes, I do. Truly very obvious.
Anybody who tries to hurt him has me to contend with.
I think somebody's trying to hurt him very much indeed.
What do you mean?
These leaks. Somebody's blocking his every move, trying to ruin the whole project.
Then that is the reason why you're here.
I think it's a situation that needs looking into. Don't you?
Yes. Well, I suppose Sir James must have finished with his eggs now.
Lady Quentin. How long have you known your husband?
Why do you ask?
I admire your relationship very much. You've been together a long time and you seem wonderfully happy together.
Yes. Yes, we have been very lucky. Nothing has changed since the first day. I remember sitting in a garden, not unlike this one, in Perth. I'd sit in the shade of a large coolibah tree and read and reread his letters, waiting for him to come home to me.
A coolibah tree in Perth? I thought they only grew in the east.
Oh, really? Oh, well, my grandfather must have had one brought over from the east. Well, good morning, Lisa, dear. Good morning.
Morning.
Later, please. Well, if you excuse me both, I hope you enjoy your breakfast.
How is your hand?
Oh, fine, thanks.
Quite the pugilist, aren't you?
Oh, no, not really. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Yes, so I understand.
Good morning, Miss Pretorius. Excuse me, your teas.
Time.
Your meal will be ready shortly, sir.
Here's your pass for the conference. I imagine you have no intention of letting His Excellency go there alone.
Special assistant. Yeah, I suppose that sounds all right.
Yes, it's a little better than fighter or lover. By the way, I think you ought to be wearing something a little more conservative. Do you have a dark suit?
No.
Your steak and eggs, sir.
Oh, that's nice. Look, I won't have time to eat it. My apologies to the cook. Well, does that throw you, Joseph?
I've known greater crises, sir.
Look, I've got to go and buy a dark suit. Where would you recommend?
Joseph could go and hold your hand. Joseph knows exactly what the well-dressed man should wear.
Well, Well, don't look so overjoyed about it. I think it's a lousy idea too, Joseph.
Oh, hardly recognized you. Very chic.
Yeah, good for weddings.
Funerals, too.
Listen, who is that? See the bloke in the reddish suit?
I don't know, but I'll soon find out.
Well, you're big and strong this morning, aren't you?
Touchy. You always so aggressive?
Let's say defensive.
Ah. They got anywhere in there yet?
I don't know. The High Commissioner doesn't confide in me.
Well, he should. When you keep your mouth shut. If I was smarter, I'd find the price to open it.
Would you?
Even if you are Australian security.
Now, where did you find that out?
At least our little Eastern Lotus Blossom says you are. She can smell a cop 10 miles off. And from what I hear, you were a lot closer than that last night.
The fellow you were asking about. Name's Pillane. He's a journalist, or so his passport says. East Asia News Agency.
Couldn't be a communist, could he?
No, I shouldn't think so. Based on Singapore. Why?
I don't know. He was in a little red minicar last night watching the house. But listen, you watch Quentin. If I'm not back, go in the car with him.
All right.
Listen, that red Benny, let's follow him.
Sir James, say so.
Don't bloody well argue with me, just follow him.
All right, Scope, don't do your rock.
Now listen, mate, there's an empty taxi coming up. We're going to leave you in a minute. Don't get too close to him. Now listen, next time we stop, you turn off where he can see you, then go back to Sir James. Okay, see you later.
See you.
Do me a favour, mate. Follow that Mini.
Hey, fellas. I get some information this time.
Morgenthau, AP. Sir, can you confirm this rumor that there's been a security leak from the conference?
Agence France Presse and TASS both carry identical stories. Now, if there's an inspired leak, it's time the rest of us were told.
Gentlemen, the answer is yes. There has been a leak, not an inspired leak.
Well, can you say how this will affect the conference? I mean, the likelihood of the delegates arriving at an early agreement?
May I remind you, gentlemen, that when only 6 nations created the European community, it took 10 years. I wish that our commission could have such advantages. But we can only succeed if we remember, not that our task is harder, but more desperate, more urgent. If we can keep in mind that millions are starving, wasting away from ignorance and neglect, and then we'll succeed.
Then it's not all over, sir.
Not if I can help it.
Are the delegates meeting again, sir?
I hate to raise false hopes, but some of us will be meeting tomorrow, yes.
Here, sir?
No, quite unofficially at my house.
Excuse me, sir. Can you confirm a rumor that an unknown man took a shot at you last night?
Sorry, no comment.
Bishop Joker!
Morning.
No one allowed in yet, sir.
What are you talking about? Somebody just went in.
Oh, he was the press, sir.
Press. All right. Well, I'm police. Thank you.
What's your game?
Oh, good day. I was just looking through the camera.
Only they're not toys, you know.
Oh, I know.
Any idea
Listen,
how much
what's that
gear
section
costs?
over there where the bloke's cleaning up? See there?
That is the royal box. Oh. This section's private. I'll show you out.
No, you won't.
Yeah, all right.
Now we're going to substitute that for the real camera. This whole fitment fits in behind the long focus lens. There's a button which works by remote control. Now when you press it from the side of the camera, now you've got 6 bullets in the magazine. That should be enough.
G'day.
Oh, it's you.
Yeah. Where is our Sir James?
He's gone, Mr. Malone.
What do you mean he's gone?
Oh, don't tell me the Bloodhound lost its track.
Don't get silly with me, Lisa. Where is he?
Wimbledon. It looks like Australia's winning.
Thanks.
You'll need this. He left it for you.
Good on you.
I shouldn't kill yourself getting there. Inspector Denzel is looking after him. I'll drive you there. The car will be outside in 10 minutes.
Car? Find anything to interest you, Lady Quint?
You interest me, you know. You frighten me, Mr. Malone. Sergeant Malone.
I'm a detective sergeant, Lady Quentin. There's nothing very frightening about that. Lisa tell you?
Yeah. She's worried. But not nearly as worried as I am.
We should all be very worried after what's happened. I am too. That's why I should be with your husband right now.
No. I've got to know why you're here.
I've got to go, Lady Quentin.
My husband can't sleep. I can't sleep. You know what's going on. You've just got to tell me. Good Lord, you've got to tell me.
Somebody tried to kill him. They might try again.
Scobie, why are you here?
I've already told you.
You said to Lisa, you're from Tumbarumba.
Give me the key.
If you're from Tumbarumba, what are you doing here?
Lady Quentin, give me the key. Give it to me.
Anything, Scobie. Just anything. But don't hurt him. Anything you like. I don't care. Whatever you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Hey. Come on now. Hey. There. Now you listen. I'm going to go to Wimbledon, and I'm going to bring him back all safe. And we're all going to have a talk. Give me the key. Now listen, you just relax. That's a good girl. That's a girl.
You haven't told me anything.
I told you to try and relax. I'm gonna bring the boss back after the tennis. That's a girl.
6-1 in the first set.
Do you mind parking the car? I'll see you later.
Love, 30. $15, 30.
Dude, shot from that newsreel camera.
Well, we lost him. Thanks so much for the cooperation from your dumb pommy constable.
You should have stayed to watch the tennis.
Listen, as far as I'm concerned, this Pillane character has something to do with both shootings.
Don't touch that, Malone.
Look, I'm terribly sorry to butt in, but have you bothered to check on this Pillane character
We only
yet?
heard second-hand that it was Pillane. I don't go much for coppers who try it solo.
All I did was follow him here this morning.
Yes, but you didn't tell me.
I didn't tell you because it might have meant nothing.
Nothing? 2 bullets in the bloody royal box is nothing. Now, look, Malone, if there's anything you know about Pillane that I don't, I want you to tell me right now.
I don't know anything that I haven't told you already. The end of the third set. Aussies are winning.
Hello? Oh, it's you. Don't say anything. You should have paid more for a better shot. Use your own passport and get out. I don't know you. Second rate.
Oh, you're a beauty.
Yes, I thought you could do with some cold beer.
Wait a minute, since when did you start keeping Aussie beer in your fridge?
For a very special occasion.
What?
The first time you saved Sir James's life, you called me a bitch because I didn't congratulate you. Well, this time, I'm going to congratulate you. Cheers.
Thank you. Oh, that's nice.
I'm sorry I haven't been very nice, Scope.
Oh, don't be silly. You've been protective. I think you're a little bit in love with your boss.
Sir James? No, not in love. I respect him very much. More than any man I ever met.
Yes, I know.
Is the news really bad for them, Scobie?
I don't know, dear. He's got to go back to Australia and straighten a few things out.
If he's recalled, I don't think I could ever work for anybody else. I'd go back home. Hello? Yes, Superintendent. Just a moment, he's right here. Superintendent Denzil for you.
Yes, hello, Malone here. Yes, of course I'd recognize him. Where? Yeah, I'll be there first thing in the morning. Listen, Lisa, I think I'll skip that other beer. I'm just going to chat downstairs and then turn in.
Thank you for looking after the boss, as you call him.
Good night.
Good night, Scott.
Are you looking for me, Joseph? What do you want?
I came for the clock, madam.
It's not ready yet. You can pick it up in the morning. What's the matter? Is somebody on to you?
No?
Not Malone?
No. Madam. I don't think he's here about the conference leaks.
Oh? What then?
I think he's here to guard Sir James. They're worried about his safety.
Yes. That is disturbing. But they have tightened up over security.
Today, Sir James transferred his papers to the safe the moment he came in.
Oh. Pity. There is more here than we agreed. Much more. I want you out of the country by this time tomorrow.
But I couldn't leave at such short notice.
I'm afraid you don't have any choice, Joseph. And I advise you to leave while the going's good. We'll have your visa ready in the morning. Be here at 10. You have served too many masters, Joseph. Good night, Joseph. Get his visa ready for the morning. And what about the clock?
They're fixing the explosives now, madam.
James, I know why Malone is here. Frida, isn't it?
We said we'd never resurrect that.
We haven't. He has. He's not here as a bodyguard. He's not here to look into the leaks. He's here to... I know because he mentioned Tambaramba when he first came here to Lisa.
Lisa doesn't know.
Well, it's just about all I could do not to tell her. Not to talk about it to someone.
I'm here. Now, you tell me what that letter's all about.
What letter?
What letter?
Oh, that's personal. It's
Personal.
nothing. It's unimportant.
Since when have you been getting special delivery letters from Madame Chalon?
How do you know it's Madame Chalon? It's...
Every ambassador in London knows that handwriting.
I tell you, darling, it's unimportant.
Oh, she's got to be a walking travel agency. Tickets, visas. Who are Mr. and Mrs. Roberts?
people who want to travel.
Uh-huh. You should know better than to trust Sharon.
Who else? Your crafty politicians? Your no risk at any price, play it safe civil servants? Who the hell else? We're not going back, are we?
I have to.
No, you don't. You don't have to. But don't give me that one about honor or duty or responsibility. How much longer do we have?
Fished out of the Thames. Good-looking bloke, wasn't he?
Well?
Yeah, that's Jamaica.
As I thought it was. Didn't know him as well as you did.
How old do you reckon he was?
29, pathologist says.
I think American CIA.
US Embassy say they don't know him. They're paying to have his body flown home.
Here is your special visa. The plane leaves at 2:30.
Isn't there an earlier flight?
I'm afraid not, Joseph. I'll see you at the airport. Must see you keep your side of the bargain. Here, take the clock. Put it back in the reception room. It won't bite you. We must know what is said at the delegates' meeting today. We've put a tape recorder in it.
Be 8 and 6, sir. Joseph?
Anything the matter?
A clock, sir.
Ah, going at last. Joseph, you haven't seen anyone in the study or the bedroom that shouldn't be there, have you?
No, sir.
Not at all in the past few days?
No, sir.
That's all right, Joseph. Forget I mentioned it.
Look.
I was beginning to think that Scotland Yard had scared you out of the country.
Look, I've been doing a lot of thinking. And this is just no good. We've got to have a talk.
Well, if it's sponsoring at the crap table you want, please don't come to me.
Wait a minute. I am going to take you back tomorrow.
It must be the sun on the top of your head, Scobie.
Now, look, I mean this. Now, I stopped them killing you twice. Well, I just seen somebody they didn't miss. Well, that's it. We're going back.
We go back when the talks are complete.
The talks?
One bloody minute earlier, and you're going to have to learn to honor
the talks are down the bloody drain, and you know it.
If you wish to lecture my husband, Mr. Malone, I suggest you keep your voice down.
Don't butt in, please. Look, you know as much about the talks as I know about pounding a beat.
We are going back.
I hope you know what you're saying, Scobie. You'll get no support from Canberra or Sydney on this. You'll be back breaking in horses in the Northern Territory before you can say Flannery.
Believe me, I'd rather be breaking in horses now. We're going back, sir.
Never mind the sir. We go when the talks are over and not before.
How do you know I didn't do it, Mr. Malone?
Listen, you could have.
Get out, Malone.
No, James, let him say what he thinks.
Oh, my. Look, you two, it's not what I think.
Well?
Well, what? Well, all right. You know the file you were looking for in my room? It said you didn't leave Perth till after 1954.
And coolibah trees don't grow in Perth.
Exactly. So you could have been in Sydney when it happened.
I was in Sydney when Frida died.
So was I.
That isn't the point.
I don't know what your police files tell about Frida. She was a refugee from Europe.
They told me that.
But what your files probably don't say is that marriage was a special kind of haven.
Please. Look, we can talk about this when we get back to Sydney.
My husband was sorry for her. There was no love, Mr. Malone. I went to see Frida to talk it out. She was at her sewing machine, cutting curtains with a large pair of scissors.
Oh, look, you're a policeman, a professional. You've heard this kind of talk 1,000
Oh,
times
of course
before.
I
A wife
have.
shielding
You
her
see
husband.
my husband killing anyone, Mr. Malone? Anyone.
I don't want to hear about it. I'm taking him back.
Look, I've asked you to mark time till the talks are over. Now I'm telling you.
No, damn it, no! I came to get you and I'm taking you back. I don't know whether Sheila, Lady Quentin did it or not, but if I don't take you away from here, you'll end up in a pine box.
Control yourself, Sergeant. Remember where you are. Now, I suggest you go upstairs, take a shower, and cool down.
Excuse me. I wondered, Lady Quentin drinks for the meeting?
Tell Joseph what to do. He knows.
I can't. He's gone out.
I saw him. He's back.
I'm sorry. He's gone out.
Well, do it
again.
yourself.
Yes, sir.
British European Airways announced the departure of their Viscount Flight 618 to Düsseldorf and Berlin. Will passengers please go through doors 4 or 5? British European Airways Viscount Flight 618 to Düsseldorf and Berlin. This is the final announcement for British European Airways Comet Flight 048 to Madrid. Will passengers please go immediately through doors 4.
Here's your drink, Julius.
Thank you very much.
Large enough?
Thank you.
Now, I think we're about ready if the family would gracefully retire.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
Now, if you'd all sit down where you are, please. Thank you. This is all going to be completely private and off the record, so we can all let our hair down.
Hungarian National Airlines announced the departure of their flight 306A for Vienna and Budapest. Will passengers please proceed to Channel 6 for passport and customs control? Hungarian Airlines flight 306A for Vienna and Budapest.
No, Joseph. I wouldn't if I were you. In half an hour, you'll be wanted for more than just selling secrets. By 3 o'clock, you'll be wanted for murder. You didn't really think that clock was just a tape recorder, did you?
Immediately to Channel 6. Final call for flight 306A to Vienna and Budapest.
I hope the boss is getting something settled in there. He's working pretty hard, isn't he?
I'd like to get something settled, Scobie.
How do you mean, Lady Sheila?
What I said before about the scissors.
Sheila, don't.
What I said before about the scissors was true. Jimmy wasn't even there. She fell. Frida fell. It was an accident.
Sheila, you mustn't talk to me about it. I know it had to be something like that. But you both ran away. The minute you did that, you were lost. So we're all going back. Together. And try and get it straightened out.
Hello.
I want to speak to Lady Quentin, please.
Who's calling, please?
I just want to speak to Lady Quentin. It's Joseph.
Sorry. Joseph for you.
Oh.
Excuse me.
Hello, Joseph.
Lady Quentin.
Yes?
Is someone else there with you?
Oh, Joseph. No, we're all alone. What is it?
It's about the clock
Oh, yes. Yes, I've noticed it's back. Thank you, Joseph.
from Madame Cholon.
Yes. What about it?
Lady Quentin, it's set to explode at
3 o'clock.
Joseph, where are you?
Now, James, the question seems to me to be of paramount importance in view of the limited time at our disposal.
I absolutely agree.
Oh, yes. It is most important indeed.
Time is the essence.
No.
Well, no, I don't agree at all, gentlemen. We've already discussed this in the fullest detail.
Excuse me.
Well, I don't know about all of you, but I'm prepared to sit here all evening and discuss it with you if it's going to make it work.
All of us are.
"14 Sutherland Square. Quickly, please."
Sutherland Square. Yes, I'm interested. All right, off you go.
You mean paragraph 63, surely?
Huh? Oh, I'm sorry, gentlemen. Of course I meant the section concerning policing our aid program. Will you excuse me a moment, please? Sheila?
It sounded urgent. Has anything happened?
I won't be long, Maria, I promise. 5 minutes. Perhaps less. I've just had the most extraordinary telephone call from Joseph. He sounded most unhappy.
I thought he was very happy with you.
Yes, so did I. Must be awful to live every day and every night with a threat hanging over you.
Someone was threatening him?
Yes. You. My one regret is that I couldn't say goodbye to my husband. He's too kind. He wouldn't have wanted to kill anyone, not even you.
No, Sheila. No!
So let me drive you.
Yeah, I'll bring Lisa.
All right. Look, I'm going to take him back, and I think you should come with us. He's going to need somebody.
Of course. You both need somebody.
Scubby.
Yes, sir?
Wasn't her fault, you know.
I do know. She told me. You think you can still go through with it, sir?